Hey everybody, Danielle from Introverted Female Coaches Overcoming Sales Anxiety, and this is my husband Martin the Goof, and he is going to show us today how to do a move in Qigong that is called Lifting the Sky. And I use this move to help me reduce my anxieties and tensions and nervousness before I go into sales conversations, and I've been using it for about 2 years. And I mentioned in a live earlier today that I actually used to, when I had to go into clinic and work with people during COVID, I found this really helpful to reduce my anxiety, my stress, so that I could be fully present to the people in front of me and not worrying about all the other bullshit that goes on around us as we move into there. So, Martin, my husband, is a reflexologist. He's also a shiatsu practitioner, and he also practices the 5 elements, which is a traditional Chinese medicine modality, I guess we'll call it. And he's the one that actually taught me this Qigong move. So he's going to teach it to us today. So there are some specifics about it in terms of when you want to lift, when you want to breathe, when you want to hold, when you want to exhale. And I'm actually going to let him be the master of that and tell us all what, when, how, why, etc. Martin, take it away.
Okay. So there's 2 parts.
Okay. I'll stand here so you're looking over here.
Okay. Do you have to? No. So it's in 2 parts. The first part is called box breathing. And basically, you are breathing in for the count of 4, holding it for the count of 4, exhaling for the count of 4, and holding it out for the count of 4, and then repeat. But when you exhale, do it like you are breathing onto a window. You can write your name in the window, so it's and it makes a difference. It does make a difference.
Like that.
So you would go to the box breathing would be something like.
Now he's holding for the same count. And again, now he's holding for the same count.
So that's one cycle of the box breathing. So then you bring that together with the actual movement. Doesn't matter if you don't have any arms for doing this. However, you've got to move as if you have the arms. So you would still be conscious of lifting your arms, lowering your arms and doing things. So you put your hands together like this to start with, and you would start down at your waist with your with your feet hip width apart to shoulder width apart, whichever's most comfortable for you, and straight. So then you would put your hands again like this at your waist, and you would start and you would breathe in for 4 while lifting your hands and looking at your hands. So you've got to watch your hands, and you would lift your hands up like this for the first count of 4. And then while you're holding your breath for the count of 4, you push up right from the base of your spine, right up into the sky while you're holding it for the 4. And then you exhale for your 4, making your noise as you bring them down to the sides. And by the time you get your count of 4 done, you've got your hands back in the original position for holding out for 4. Okay? So all together.
Okay.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, we're going to do it together. Ready?
Okay.
All right, face each other then, I guess. That's
So I can look at it. So it's out for 4. So breathe in for 4. Hold for 4. And back to the beginning again. So that's 2 cycles. You can do it for longer and longer, depending on how long you want to do it for, how anxious you feel, how good it feels while you're doing it. Because after you've done it for a couple of times in a row, you start to feel really good about it, and it just seems to flow. It's like a movement by meditation.
So you guys have heard me say a lot about moving meditation. I use painting for that purpose, but this is another method that I use. There's a couple of reasons why it works. Number one, the breathing technique that you're using is actually something that the Navy SEALs use. So they actually use that to help reduce their tension, anxiety, and nerves moving into some pretty dangerous situations. So that's, it actually, that breathing, regulating your breathing, actually helps to calm your parasympathetic system. Your parasympathetic system. So that actually helps, that's the system that actually regulates a lot of those involuntary reactions that we have. And so that helps to calm that down. That's number one. Number two, it helps to bring your mind into focus because now you're concentrating on one thing. Because of the counting in particular, you're concentrating on one thing. So that's the breathing element. Of course, taking a deep breath also helps to create space in your body as well. The movement, though, is a huge part of it for a couple of reasons. If anybody knows anything about meridians, this movement actually helps to open up your meridians. Am I correct?
Yes.
So it's opening up your meridians, and your meridians are where chi is actually flowing. So the life force that's in your body, that energy that's within you, that's actually being allowed to move more freely. And what you're really specifically working with that move, I believe, is your microcosmic orbit. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Which is actually the connection between a couple of your chakra points. So what that's allowing is a more free flow of energy throughout your body. That is actually very soothing, very calming, and it actually brings you very much to the present, which, as I was saying, as you're moving into a sales conversation is really important, especially when we're doing that empathically. So that's Qigong. That's the lifting the sky motion. And a couple of things to remember, as he said, first and foremost, you don't have to be able to do that full motion.
So, yeah, if your arms can only go up to here,
Yeah.
or if one arm can only go up to here,
Yeah.
you've got your arms together. When you're doing it, you'd still bring your arm up as high as you can, but that one would continue going up. That one's as high as it can go. And you still do the same thing, and you would still push with both arms as if you are lifting the sky. You're still,
Right.
That one's still going away from you. It's just not going up.
Right.
So you'd still do that, and then you would bring it back round and do for that. Even if you don't have arms, if you've had your arm amputated here, you would still do the same thing because you could still mentally feel as if it was there, kind of. You still do the whole.
So that sounds like it's a lot about intention, right? So intention setting and manifestation, all that stuff that we talk about being maybe a little bit woo-woo, but we've got the science that goes with it. So you should hear me try to explain Reiki scientifically. Anyway, so opening up your meridians, allowing energy to flow, using the air to help create that as well that you're bringing in. The movement itself actually opens up your body. It expends some of that nervous energy and also allows you to create space within your body so that you're not holding everything up all the time. And while we're on that note, I was actually thinking perhaps Martin could show you a little trick that we use as well that helps to take some of the tension and anxiety out of your shoulders.
What's that one?
You know that one.
Oh.
You know the one.
So you touch your shoulders to your ears as far as you can. You'll never be able to do it, but you're attempting to do it.
So you're trying to bring your shoulders up as far as you possibly can, all the way up.
And inhale while you're doing it. And when you've held it for as long as you can with your shoulders up like that and start to hurt, exhale and drop your shoulders. And makes a difference.
Breath, right?
It makes a difference.
That's because that's actually part of Hara breath. Anyway, I hope you found this really beneficial. I hope that you found it useful. I hope that it's something that actually helps you to feel more relaxed moving into your sales conversations. We've got a million of them. I've suffered with anxiety for more than, well, I can't remember a time when I didn't have anxiety. So finding coping strategies for me in order to be able to continue to have success and not let that be a barrier for me. It's something I'm pretty darn good at because I've tried just about everything. These are two that actually work. So if you are a little bit woo-woo and you do like spiritual energetic practices, I'm telling you, this one is a game changer. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your evening, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!